Outing with a lost friend. Outings with friends are some of the best memories one can have. Hot summer days relaxing with your best friends, cracking jokes, taking pictures. These are all great memories that many people share, but in the end they are just memories. Life goes on and people change, grow up, and move on. You can look back on these memories with those pictures that you took and remember those jokes that you made and keep them fondly in your mind. I think this is what William Wegman was trying to show in his picture of Norman and Friends, edited 1976. We can see these friends relaxing on a porch, presumably on a scorching hot summer day with their shirts off and sundresses on. They are all laughing and talking with each other. Two women are shown on the right looking at a photograph they just took with the camera on the table, with many more pictures next to it. The main focal point of the picture is out of place though. There is a big cutout of someone that was in the picture and a cutout of what looks to be a plane. The outing is missing something. Someone. One of Norman's friends. We can speculate about the many possibilities of what happened. They could have had a falling out, or maybe he could have moved away to a different place. Maybe he isn't with us anymore. Or the cutout could have been sent off to war, although the last one is a little bit out of the box since there was no wars in America in 1976 except the Cold War. It symbolizes that one of the friends has moved away to start a new life or maybe for a job opportunity. It seems that the person did leave quite abruptly since they are cut out of the picture. I wouldn't think you would cut your friend out of a picture unless you were on bad terms. This made me think that these friends haven't talked to the mysterious cutout in a long time. The cutout has gone missing in action from the friend group since they moved away. This could be because of life and how it changes. This picture shows how as you move through life, you can become so busy that you start to forget about these past memories that you had with your friends. Work, school, and relationships can all distract you from the most important people in your life. This can leave people upset about the fact that you have grown apart, causing them to cut you out of these memories. In my life, I have gone through many relationships and friend groups, making fond memories with them. But at some point, the friendships start to fade and the memories eventually go with them. Some of these friends get mad at you and cut you out just like the photo, but the good ones stick around. The ones that accept you for you. The good ones are the people that you won't see for years, but when you do see them, it feels like you picked up right where you left off. That is just life, the making of new beginnings and the drifting of old ones. New doors opening and old ones closing. William Wegman captures the analogy of how friendships and life change with every year, every day even, and how old memories will change with it. How an old memory of an outing with friends could have a lost friend in the midst of it, and no one would have realized until they saw the photograph years after. Author's note. My name is Kaleah Henger, and I am a sophomore at the University of North Florida. When writing this essay, I dove into the sensitive topic of life and friendships changing over time. It is a topic that we have all experienced that gives us a sense of both loss and growth in our lives. William Wegman illustrates a picture-perfect image of this meaning in his picture of Norman and Friends, edited 1976. Throughout the essay, my thought process was emotional while I dug at the meaning of this photo. It reminded me of the many friendships I have come and go throughout my life. Sometimes I look back at those memories with sadness and sometimes with happiness. As you read this, I hope you look back on all of your past relationships and reflect how they make you feel. It might evoke many emotions, as life will do that to you. But what is life without emotions?
Hi, I'm Jackson, and this is my essay, Misplaced, about William Wegman's Norman and Friends edited photo. Imposter syndrome, having self-doubt of intellect, skills, or accomplishments among high-achieving individuals. My entire life, I have felt like I don't deserve the position I'm in. I constantly doubted myself in almost everything I did. The pressures of the world to be good enough, to rise to the occasion, are difficult. These pressures started as a young kid. In first grade, I took the gifted test, a test that would change my life for the better and for worse. The gifted test is a test that elementary school kids take to see if their IQ is over 130 and should be fast-tracked into harder classes. I passed the test, meaning in the eyes of the school system, I was gifted. With this label came new added pressures. I was no longer this smart kid in normal classes. I was now one of many. It almost became a competition. Everything centered around who was going to be first to answer the question, who was going to finish the work first, and who got the best grade. As a young elementary school kids, this pressure can be a lot. Days could be ruined if I was not one of the first, though this is what the school system wanted. They wanted the brightest minds competing, which led to improvement of their knowledge. While this may have been true, it also led to overthinking, anxiety, and depression. School became a competition. Instead of using letter grades on my test or report cards to benchmark to see if I was doing good, I now use my friends' grades. It was emotionally damaging. 90s felt like Fs if my friends got hundreds. I quickly felt like I did not belong. It was like I wasn't meant to be in these classes. Constantly comparing myself to my friends not only hurt me in school, but it hurt me in my social life. I was envious of my friends and felt like I didn't belong. I isolated myself in embarrassment. Why am I even in this class? I used to ask myself. I used to compare myself to my classmates and think I was not top 5% in my small class of 20. However, if I look now at the bigger picture, I was probably top 5% of my age group. This self-doubt continued in middle school, now in multiple classes with these same people, every day, every year. I was crushed. My best friends were thriving, getting hundreds of E's and not a care in the world. While getting A's, I continued to doubt myself. Even in subjects I loved, such as history, I was never the best. Taking high school classes in middle school, such as algebra, only increased my overthinking. When I entered high school, the bad overthinking turned into terrible overthinking. My friends, like in elementary school and middle school, continued to thrive. One of my best friends, Jack, would get A's in advanced placement classes without even having to study. My grades began to suffer. The constant belief that I was not good enough led to me trying less. My highs became A's and B's. My wanting to be the smartest kid in the class ceased to exist because of my self-doubt. Yet, I was still forced along that path with the gifted kids. At the end of high school, I finished with a 4.0 GPA, decent test scores, and top 100 of my class of 800. Yet, I looked at my school's top 10. 8 of them were my best friends. 6 of them went to school with me since middle school, and 1 of them since I had first taken that entry gifted test. 0 of them who I thought understood the stress and sadness that I had. I was so upset with myself. I didn't belong with these people. They were smart and I wasn't. When I arrived to the University of North Florida, my prior self-doubt was still there. All my friends have gotten into UF, Miami, and Georgetown, and I didn't. While I still got in amazing schools like UNF, FSU, UCF, and USF, it was not the same as the schools my friends got into. So again, my self-doubt and imposter syndrome showed its ugly head. I used to think when my mom told me that everyone was going through what I was going through, she was just saying that to be nice. However, as I get older, I began to believe it. There was no way my friends who aced their way through grade school had self-doubt. They were geniuses. I was their less smart Robin to their Batman. However, as I grow older, I can see now that she was right. Everyone has self-doubt and a bit of imposter syndrome. It is how someone deals with that imposter syndrome that shows their true colors. As a kid, I used to let it fester inside me. I let it force me to not do my homework or talk to my friends out of embarrassment. My friends used it to empower them, working their butts off to overcome it. That was my biggest takeaway from grade school. There are going to be times when people's inner thoughts are going to consume them, with times when people feel like they don't belong, times when this class or this job or this experience isn't for them, time when they should just leave and go somewhere else. It is in those times that help build someone's character, those times that mold people into the person they are today. However, people must choose if they're going to let those thoughts mold them or let the actions to stop those thoughts mold them. With this new knowledge, my mindset has changed. Everyone has their own self-doubt, but now I will actively attack mine. I will not let it force me to be sad and not like myself because everyone deserves to be where they are. From now on, my goal is to wake up with the belief that I belong here and that I deserve to. Thank you for listening to my essay.